In Washington Township, born and raised at the Wawa's where I spent most of my days. Hanging out, chillin', acting all cool and all playing some soccer outside of the school. When a couple of kids who were up to no good started getting rough, trying to act all hood. I didn't start the fight, but my friends got scared and said I'm getting Mr. Bouchard and going up there. So I went to GG12 and got a few stares, but I thought, man, forget it, Rewind's gonna air.
Hey everyone, I'm Mark Bono.
And I'm Bill Mathias.
And we have this month's edition of Monthly Rewind.
If you're wondering why we're wearing these pink shirts, kind of matching here, we just got done the kissing contest.
But it doesn't matter. Bill, get this started for us.
Alrighty. Well, let's start things off with Rewind Mail with Mark Bono.
Rewind, mail time. It's time for the Rewind Mail. Rewind, mail time. It's time for the Rewind Mail.
Hey everyone, I'm Mark Bono, and I have your Rewind Mail this month. Let's take a look inside. All right, this month we have a letter from David Henninger. He asks, why is senior year so hard? Well, Dave, you're in luck. This month I did a little research, and this is what I found out about senior year.
Here's to the nights we felt alive. Here's to the tears you knew you'd cry. Here's to goodbye, tomorrow's gonna come too soon.
I have a quick question. Why does everybody say senior year is so easy? I mean, we have so many responsibilities as seniors. We have to fill out countless college applications, we have to do a lot of scholarship forms, and we have to keep our grades up. This has been the most stressful year so far. And we have to do all this work knowing that in less than a year, we're all going to be in college. I mean, I wonder why they have to make senior year so difficult for us.
I find senior year stressful because I don't know what college I want to go to, and a lot of people are hassling me.
The most stressful thing about senior year would probably be keeping up with schoolwork and applying to colleges, work, sports. It's just a lot of stuff to do, and there's not that much time.
Having to pay so much money for all the senior perks, like senior trip, prom, twilight, the yearbook, and all of the above.
Don't get me wrong, I've had a lot of fun senior year, but it's also been extremely demanding. The worst part of senior year has to be knowing that all my friends are going to be spread throughout the East Coast in less than a year. I mean, I know I get to see them all over breaks and during the summer, but it won't be the same as high school. I mean, I'm not going to be able to wake up at 6:30 in the morning and know that I'll be able to see all my friends in less than an hour. I mean, I just sit here and think, where's everybody going to be next year around this time?
I hope to attend Rutgers, New Brunswick, Ohio State.
Syracuse University or University of Maryland.
Right about now, all seniors spend way too much time in front of the computer. Not to be on MySpace or AOL, because they're filling out all their college applications. Each college application is about the size of a novel. College applications are definitely my least favorite part of senior year. I wonder what everybody else really dislikes about senior year.
The thing I hate most is keeping up with schoolwork. Because, you just want to have fun and just worry about other stuff, and it's just too much to do.
Definitely college applications. Very time-consuming and annoying.
I'm going to hate leaving the most.
Senior year is very stressful because of scholarship forms, college applications, activities, and we still have to keep our grades up. But we all know that this is our last year together. And even though we have all this work to do, we want to have as much fun this year as possible, because we want our last year in high school to be our most memorable. I'm Mark Bono. I'll see you next month.
Here's to the nights we felt alive. Here's to the tears you knew you'd cry. Here's to goodbye, tomorrow's gonna come too soon.
This month's senior feature is Megan Barrett. Dan Rosmus gives us a different outlook on this little girl with a huge personality.
Tonight, we are graced with the presence of a wonderful human being. She brings light not only to the theater and stage, but to all of Washington Township High School. She is an esteemed actress at our school, and I love her. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Miss Megan Barrett.
How are you doing?
Wonderful, my darling. How are you?
I'm great.
We'll start from the beginning. When did you begin acting?
I began acting at a young age, actually. I did my first play when I was about 5.
Was it at this age that you discovered that acting was what you wanted to do as a profession?
I think it was because I mainly grew up on stage, and I jumped from thing to thing. I went from singing to dancing to clarinet recitals to acting, and finally I found out I didn't act in acting, so I stuck with it.
You started out in the summer playhouses at Orchard Valley Middle School. Tell us about that.
I did my first school play at middle school, and it was Schoolhouse Rock, and I didn't necessarily have a part, but I was part of the ensemble, and it taught me a lot, and I kept with it.
You were recently in the school's production of the fall play, Play On. What role did you play in this show?
I played Louise in Play On, and Louise is a 30-year-old, very manly, explosive construction worker, and I guess you could say it was the smallest role, but it was the most challenging.
Did you enjoy acting out this show?
I really did. It really was a big challenge for me to play somebody like Louise, and everybody in the play was just great. Everybody fit the part perfectly, and the show went really well.
To direct the senior-directed cabaret, how were you given this task?
Basically, everybody from senior directed the year prior to this one, they all take a vote, and you have to vote 2 seniors every year, and me and Kelly Karcher won this year.
Which musical or play will be done for senior-directed cabaret?
Senior directed cabaret is a series of skits this year. They're all comedic, and we have little tiny fillers of Saturday Night Live in between all of them.
Will you act out a role in this play yourself?
Yes. Jack Bermelin plays the role of Matt Foley, motivational speaker from Saturday Night Live, and he's so perfect for this part. And basically, he just screams things like, "I'm gonna live in a van down by the river," and things like that.
Delightful. Has being here at Washington Township High School helped your career as an actress?
It absolutely has. I grew so much from 9th grade. In 9th grade, I remember I couldn't even make the fall play. And ever since then, I just worked hard and I did whatever I needed to do, and I really grew as an actor being here at WTHS.
Napoleon Dynamite has been acclaimed as one of the greatest movies of our day. It has been rumored that you know the entire ending dance at the end of the film. Would you please entertain us?
No.
Wonderful. We end tonight, as we end every other night, with the questionnaire invented by Monsieur Bernard Thibault en jus de papier. What is your favorite word?
Bull honky.
What is your favorite smell?
Cucumber melon or very sexy from Victoria's Secret.
What is your favorite sound?
The rain or a babbling brook.
What is your least favorite sound?
Fingernails on a chalkboard.
What turns you off?
Books.
And finally, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say to you when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Well done, Megan Barrett. Well done.
You are delightful. This has been Dan Rosmus reporting for Inside the Rewind Studio. Good night.
This month's teacher feature is Mrs. Gill. Nicole Marone tells us more.
With over 200 teachers here at Washington Township High School, it is sometimes hard for teachers to impact their students. Well, I can say Mrs. Gill has personally made an impact on me. She has helped me to enhance participationship in DECA and helped me to be a better person. Once a township graduate, Mrs. Gill returned to teach marketing here at WTHS. Already teaching for 6 years at Washington Township High School, teaching wasn't always her first choice.
I came from industry. I worked in the field of marketing and sales for approximately 16 years.
A two-sport athlete, Mrs. Gill attended Montclair University for a sales degree. Carrying over her enjoyment with sports, Mrs. Gill refs high school lacrosse and field hockey games. Using her sports knowledge and leadership skills, Mrs. Gill feels that she's impacted many students.
Like I've helped other students strive to be the best type of learners they could be.
Along with being a hardworking teacher at WTHS, Mrs. Gill still believes she has more to accomplish.
I'd like to complete my master's degree. I've taken several classes and I'd like to continue working on that.
Not only is Mrs. Gill a full-time teacher, but a mom of 3. Enjoying time with her family, she still finds time to volunteer with DECA.
Community activities that we have, such as the community cleanup, Veterans Park Cleanup Day. We're currently involved with Adopt a Family.
As you can see, Mrs. Gill didn't always intend on being a teacher, but her passion to influence young adults brought her back to WTHS to be a teacher this time. Whether she's volunteering her time with DECA or repping high school games at her school, she still finds time to bond with her family. After all that, Mrs. Gill still believes that she has more to accomplish by receiving her master's degree. I wish Mrs. Gill all the luck on receiving her master's degree and congratulated her on all the hard work she's done at WTHS. This has been Nicole Marin reporting here Monthly Line Season X.
Coach Tom Brown has played a major role in many students' lives here at WTHS for the past 21 years. Ali Mucci tells us more on Coach Tom Brown's career here as head coach of the WTHS football team.
Coach Tom Brown is a legend here at Washington Township High School. He has been recognized throughout the state of New Jersey for his outstanding coaching abilities. He has acquired more than 200 career wins and has been inducted into numerous Hall of Fames throughout the state. On Friday, October 21st, 2005, Coach Brown was honored by the school board prior to the start of the game versus Shawnee. Just a month later, on Thanksgiving, Coach Brown missed his first game as head coach of the Minutemen in over 21 years. Although he was unable to attend, Coach Brown's wife, Marion, made sure he was updated by phone throughout the game. Tom Brown is not only a talented coach, he's also a great role model in the lives of many of the student athletes here at WTHS. He has earned the respect and admiration of both his players and the fellow coaches.
I admire his determination and dedication to the football team.
About him?
His attitude and the way he jokes around, and I just like how he just stays on top of you no matter what. You can have the worst day of your life, and he'll still be on top of you as hard as you can. He just wants you to push to the best you can play, the best you can play.
Okay.
I admire his strength as a person. So he's very tough-minded, and I love him for that because he teaches me a lot. Just he doesn't have to speak, just the way he acts on the field and stuff. It's really tough. I love him.
His attention to detail, his passion for the game. Going through what he's going through right now with his illness, still making an attempt to come out and coach the sport he loved and put everything he's put into it for 35, 36 years of coaching. That's the passion of the game, I think, is what I admire most.
Coach Brown has been a teacher both on and off the football field at WTHS for the past 21 years. Some of the members of the Minutemen football program tell us about the life lessons that Coach Brown has instilled upon them.
It's a lot of hard work and dedication to play for Washington Township.
I learned from Coach Brown, no matter what, times are rough, you just keep playing your game. Everything's gonna get better, and just fight through whatever happens.
He really teaches us to work hard for everything that we have to do. And with him being sick and everything this year, I think I've learned the most from this shot in my 2 years in this organization. That strive and work hard for what you believe in. And
hard work, commitment, dedication, sacrifice. As a student and as a player for him, and then as a coach, he mentored me through and taught me a lot of things behind the scenes, organization, administration, obviously X's and O's of the game and how to deal with players and all that kind of stuff. So me personally, as a student athlete for him in high school, the program that he's built basically thrust me into the career that I'm in and made me what I am today.
I want to thank the administration at the high school. I want to proudly thank all of my colleagues that I teach with, all the football players, all the coaches, all the players that I've had that opportunity to coach, and all the students I've had the opportunity to teach. I hope in some way I was able to share some positive things with you, because I'll tell you right now, the most important thing to me is all the students and all the players who I've taught, and what it means to me to have those memories that I'll cherish forever for all the times that I spent in the school system. Thank you very much.
Up next, Alex McBride falls into a wrap-up of fall sports.
Looking back on this year's fall sports, some teams became the unstoppable here in South Jersey, and others fell just short of what they hoped for. The 2005 varsity football team was slated to be the top of the state with star players. They finished the season 7-3 and fell just short of a playoff spot. The team defeated Eastern on their annual Thanksgiving game, in which they dedicated to alien coach Tom Brown. Seniors Ryan D'Imperio, Dean Hamill, and Chris Ranger all were chosen for first team Group 4. Field hockey team went the furthest in the state tournament than any of the fall sports. They ranked number 5 in South Jersey and received a first week bye. They advanced to the South Jersey semifinals after defeating Egg Harbor Township 2-1. They finished their successful season 11-5-3, with one of their ties coming from nationally ranked Eastern, which they tied 2-2. The tie was the greatest game many of the players had ever played. The girls ended their season ranked number 5 in South Jersey. The young WTHS gymnastics team finished their season with 6 wins and 6 losses. Sophomore Sammy Jones finished 14th in states and also finished 4th all around in South Jersey. The girls volleyball team started off on a rocky path but worked through it and ended their season 10-11. They qualified for the state tournament but lost in the second round to East Brunswick. Senior Karen Martin was chosen for the first team All-South Jersey. The 2005 girls soccer team ended its successful season with a record of 10-5-2. The team made it to the first round of the state tournament and qualified for the South Jersey Coaches Tournament. Senior Allie Kenny was named second team All Group 4. The boys varsity soccer team ended an excellent season with a record of 10-5-2. They advanced to the second round of the state playoffs by defeating Atlantic City 3-0. The team also qualified for the South Jersey Coaches Tournament. Senior Sean Riley was chosen for second team Group 4.
Look.
Taking it out.
How many times do people ask you why you run, why you do it? They don't understand. Look around you. The next 5 kilometers, that's why we do it. Counts 1, 3. 1, 2, 3, catch it!
This year's boys cross country team was a force to be reckoned with within South Jersey. With a season record of 4-1, the senior-led team captured the South Jersey Group 4 championship for the first time in school history. The boys finished 5th at the state championship and earned a spot at the meet of all meets, the Meet of Champions, in which they finished a very impressive 8th. The team also captured the Gloucester County Championship for the 5th straight year. Coach Bill Albertson led the very successful season and was named Courier Post Coach of the Year. The girls cross country team finished their season with a record of 3-3 and placed 12th at the Group 4 section. Whether it was on the new all-weather turf or inside the gym, this year's fall sports completed a successful season. This has been Alex McBride reporting for Monthly Rewind Season 10.
The soccer season doesn't end just because it's winter. Nick Martino takes a look at the Girls Indoor Soccer League.
If you thought soccer season was over in November, think again. For the past 5 years, a small group of WTHS girls have been playing indoor soccer together. These seasons have been filled with excitement and fun. However, not all of these seasons have been successful.
Everyone could make it to practices, and I think that was part of it. And then there were people coming and going from the team, and we weren't really blending together, so I think that had part to do with it.
But this year is different. They seem to have gotten their game together and are now playing great soccer. When asked why they are playing better this year, the team seemed to be in agreement.
Our team's playing so well this year because we know it's our last year together. We're seniors. We've been playing since we've been really young, and we just know that we're not going to be together anymore, so we're trying to get in a good last season.
We've been playing since we were really young, and we all know how each other plays, so we basically know where everyone is at the right time.
We just know we're not going to be together anymore. It's our last year playing. It's just, the motivation just to go out and have a good time and, keep these memories.
Although this group plays indoor together, they have never played an outdoor season as a complete group. With the space and freedom of the outdoor game, the indoor game is thought to be more exciting and a whole lot faster. This aspect is what makes the girls keep coming back.
When you play indoor, you can use the walls, and sometimes you can use the top of the goal to score, and there's less people on the field, and it's a lot funner because you just get to run around and you really don't have a set position.
This season, all the players have returned for one last shot at glory. Led by coach Mr. Paul Rand, the team faces all types of competition ranging from freshmen to seniors and all sorts of experience. Luckily, this team has been together long enough that they have been able to know exactly how each other plays.
Friendship is important in playing because you'll have good energy out on the field and you won't be bad-mouthing your teammates, so you'll keep their spirits up and you just have a lot of fun when you're out on the field.
Friendship's important to have when playing soccer because you're close with everybody and you're having a good time, so that adds up.
So I think being such good friends through the years, it's helped to give us good chemistry together, and so now finally just having fun, it's working.
Whether it is just for fun or for the competition, this close-knit group of girls seems to always have fun no matter what the outcome. This has been Nick Martino reporting for Monthly Rewind, Season 10.
Sports talking, or in this case, arguing, is a pastime here at WTHS. Evan DeGeorge tells us more about the Stat Pack.
From the outside, it might sound like a bunch of drama and mayhem, and it might look like a debate team, but make no mistake, this is the Sports Talk and Trivia Club, or as it's called by its members, the Stat Pack. Stat Pack was founded for people with a true passion for the sports world to get together and share their thoughts and opinions on sports' hottest issues. Mr. Andy Holmes, the founder of Stat Pack, who's something of a sports fanatic himself, feels that Stat Pack is a great way to connect with students and also a great way for students to learn and express themselves.
Stat Pack, for me as a sports fan and an ex-athlete and a coach, is an interest of mine that is kind of daily, and I know that many of my students from the past and the present kind of express their same interests in sports, and it's really as much of an agenda for me to have a little fun and for the kids to have fun, but it's also, in my mind, at least educational enough to the point where students are expressing their opinions and comparing and contrasting things and analyzing situations from a variety of angles in the sports world.
The members of Stat Pack are all very knowledgeable and opinionated about the trivia games played here, as well as the discussion topics, and each member contributes something unique to the club.
Come to Stat Pack because it's a lot of fun, and every meeting we have this game that we play. It's called Stump the Schwab, where we have our three most knowledgeable guys who all happen to be seniors. And what we do is we have a bunch of competitions, and right now the Schwab is undefeated, and I'm part of the Schwab, so that's what I could really contribute.
Well, everyone just comes to Stat Pack, talk about all the current events going on in sports. I usually just bring in my opinions about the Eagles and everything going on in football, and just a diverse group, and you get to hear a lot of different opinions. I like it a lot.
I'm a big fan of hockey. I know a lot about the sport. Many of these guys don't know anything about it, so I talk about that. I teach about the game and stuff like that.
The flow of the Stat Pack meetings is based on a foundation of respect for other people's opinions, as well as giving everyone else an equal opportunity to share their thoughts. Each Stat Pack member understands this, and that is essential to keep group discussions from turning into group chaos.
Well, there's a lot of arguing between all the different, because we got Giants fans and Eagles fans mixed together, but overall everyone shows respect towards the other person's opinions.
I think the elementary solution to keeping order in the group has kind of been to kind of explain to everybody and remind everybody that the only way we kind of learn and have fun is if we respect everybody's opinions and give everybody an equal chance to talk.
Yeah, you know, what we do is we listen to what they have to say, and then we'll rebuttal, but you do have to have respect for other people's opinions, even if you feel they're wrong. And they usually are.
Mr. Holmes believes the future of the club has limitless possibilities. His main long-term goals are to use Stat Pack to ignite interest in sports and also to help kickstart future careers in the sports world.
I think what my biggest long-term goal is to make this thing legitimate enough where it's not just a forum for opinions and talking about sports, but it can grow into more of a launching pad towards information and substance to pursue these types of areas in more serious ways.
So as you can see, Stat Pack is full of die-hard sports fans. And if you're a sports fan, this is the place to be. They're always looking for new people here at Stat Pack, so if you're interested, come on over and join in. It all goes down right here in G222. Until next time, this has been Evan DeGeorge reporting for Monthly Rewind.
For the past 2 years, many students have been staying after school for 24 hours to dance. Allie Leonard tells us more about the Monzo Madness.
It's hard to imagine doing anything for 24 hours straight, except for maybe sleeping. But on January 13th, WTHS students will come together to dance for one entire day to raise money for the ALS Association. Monzo Madness was started in 2004 with the ideas of Mrs. Tracy Naval and the Interact Club.
When I was in college, I did a dance marathon for Easter Seals, and I just thought it was a lot of fun, and so when I got to be the advisor for Interact, I thought it would be just a fun thing to do, and I wanted to do something for ALS.
The event was named for Mrs. Naval's sister, who suffered from ALS, a progressive neurodegenerative disease that affects the nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord. The goal of the event is to dance for 24 straight hours, but Ms. Naval shares how students dance from hours 21 to 24, and we're not so sure you'd call it dancing. But dancing for 24 hours is a difficult task, and the after effects can be just as long.
Very tired. I slept for days after that. I was very sore. Take a lot of Advil. You'll be fine.
Really tired, but the last song was really hype, so I felt awake again. But I want to go home and shower and sleep.
24 hours. I actually went home and slept for 24 hours, and I slept through my brother's birthday party.
Chris Caruso, this year's chairman for Monzo Madness, has spent much time preparing for this event.
First off, I had to make sure that all the begging letters got out for food. Then I had to set up the sign-up packets. Then we got them ready to be delivered out to the people.
In order to participate in Monzo Madness, each couple must raise $50 through friends and family sponsoring them. The students are excused from their 7th and 8th period classes and come to the 9-10 gyms to start the 24-hour dance competition. Yes, it is a competition for the last man standing. Every hour for the 24 hours, students receive a 10-minute break. If they neglect to go back dancing after this 10 minutes, they are disqualified from the competition. Last year, 17 students were left standing at the end of the 24-hour period. This year, 4 of the champions are hoping to come back and win again.
This year, me and Nelson are going to come back and win the whole thing again.
Come back as defending champs, so we expect to win again.
Tune in next month as I follow the returning champs in their battle for the last man standing. Until then, this has been Allie Leonard reporting for Monthly Rewind, Season 10.
It's very important to support charities during the holiday season. Rob Sizowitz tells us more about charities here at WTHS.
With a high school community that is so full of busy individuals, the concepts of charity and generosity can sometimes expect to be swept underneath the proverbial bus. But here at WTHS, there are certain groups of students and advisors who band together to stress just how important giving really is.
We have things throughout that we do, and so we've raised money in the fall for different things. In the spring, we'll be raising money for March of Dimes. We'll have Monzo Madness after the holidays. We have Festival of Friends, which, all the funds that we raise from the concession stand go to that. So we do get a turnout for the things that we do at the holidays because people seem to be more generous at that time. But that's not the only time that we do charitable events. We have things all year round.
I think we're like very privileged in township that we have a lot of extra, and we also have to realize that there are some people that need help and that we should go out of our way to help them because we do have so much, and we realize how even the small things in life really do matter to these people.
There are various organizations here at WTHS who devote their time and energy to raising awareness of those less fortunate and also collecting money and items to help accommodate their needs. The Interact Club works to support various causes. Through the cold months, they have been collecting coats and other winter items to send to the Apostles Lutheran Church, where they distribute clothing to needy individuals. In addition, they're organizing Monzo Madness, a 24-hour dance-a-thon to raise money and awareness for ALS, better known as Lou Gehrig's disease.
I think it's important to give back to the community. We live here and we should do something for the community instead of it always doing things for us.
Working alongside Interact is DECA, whose Adopt a Family program is proving to be a very generous and important institution in itself.
Every year, the DECA organization decides to adopt 5 or 6 families who are less fortunate who live in the Washington Township area. From this, we create a giving tree which contains ornaments, and on each ornament it says the gender, the age, the size, and a suggestion gift that you can give these families. The students are then allowed to take one of the ornaments off the tree and donate a gift to a less fortunate person.
In addition, the class council came together to sleep out in the core for 24 hours to collect toys and money for underprivileged families. Though a snowstorm cut the event in half, the club still feels as though they accomplished several of their goals.
We collected over $3,000 and a whole bunch of toys, and not only are we collecting for families in the area this year, but for Hurricane Katrina victims down in the south. So although we didn't get as much as we suspected, you can't really do anything about the snow, and we did collect plenty of money and toys. You got to think about, the people that you're helping and all the victims that really don't have a nice Christmas like we all have. And, for class council, we did plenty of advertising with posters around the school, and we worked really hard to get the word out there. And, we stood in the halls, made t-shirts, everything, made sure that people knew what we were doing, get the word out.
All of these organizations have one thing in common. They each contain caring individuals who come together to help fulfill the needs of others. They feel as though that contributing to worthwhile charitable events helps to make them more well-rounded, but more importantly, they feel as though they can influence others to open their hearts to those in need. After all, that's what the holiday season's all about. Until next time, this has been Rob Sizowitz reporting for WTHS Monthly Rewind.
Bill Mathias camps out in the core for 24 hours with class council. Or does he?
Township Toys is a week-long service project organized by the junior and senior class councils here at WTHS. But what exactly is it?
Every year for the last 10 years, we've collected toys 2 weeks before the holidays and distribute them to the needy families in Washington Township, Tri-County area, and to some of the orphanages and homes in Philadelphia and New Jersey.
On the Thursday night before Township Toys comes to an end, the class council camps out for a busy and fun-filled 24 straight hours in the Corps lobby. Throughout the campout, hundreds of dollars in cash and toys are brought to the Corps by members of the Washington Township community. Santa even makes a special stop by for a few hours to help encourage the spirit of giving. This year, Township Toys was no different. Well, actually, it was a lot different. The junior and senior class council only camped out for 12 hours instead of 24. And why, you ask? On the night of Thursday, December 8th, there was a prediction for a very nasty winter storm coming towards South Jersey that would be sure to leave everything covered in snow and ice, ultimately canceling school for the next day. At about 10:30 p.m. of that same night, Mrs. Fowler very unhappily decided that it would be best that 24 at the Corps be cut short and that everyone leave by 12 a.m. to ensure the student class officers' safety in event of the storm. In the early morning hours of Friday, December 9th, school was canceled due to the inclement weather. The cut-short campout and the cancellation of school left the junior and senior class council with quite the problem.
It affected the toy drive immensely. What happened is people who were out and about the next day would drop the toys off and the doors were closed. We received about half of the toys that we usually do.
Despite a smaller amount of donations than in years past, the junior and senior class council still found a way to raise over $2,000 and collect hundreds of toys for families in our area. This small amount of toys and money will certainly be a great contribution because there is never a shortage of those in need. This has been Bill Mathias reporting for Monthly Rewind, Season 10. Dancing for 48 hours can only be done at Penn State. Allie Kenny tells us about Thon and about the fight for pediatric cancer.
Penn State's Dance Marathon, also known as Thon, is the largest student-run philanthropy in the world. Thon is a year-round event benefiting the Four Diamonds Fund, Conquering Childhood Cancer at Penn State's Children's Hospital in Hershey, Pennsylvania. The year ends in a no-sitting, no-sleeping 48-hour dance marathon held every February. Over the past 30 years, students of Thon have helped raise over $30 million to help children and families fight pediatric cancer. Thon students go all over the country, including here, Washington Township, to help raise money for Thon. Every student has a reason for helping and gives the kids and themselves a memory that will last them a lifetime. During Thon weekend, 700 students and thousands of supporters come together in the hopes of one day finding a cure for pediatric cancer. Whether standing for 48 hours as a dancer, entertaining the crowd, taking care of the facilities, or even sitting in the stands, every person at Thon plays a small part in creating an amazing atmosphere of love, compassion, and understanding. This atmosphere inspires the students to fundraise throughout the year and tells the families of the Four Diamonds Fund that they have the care and support they need. This collective effort, involving over 10,000 students, has become one of Penn State's greatest and most unifying traditions.
Thon's probably one of the best Penn State things there is to do. It helps kids with cancer. It's one of the best things I think I ever did.
On December 3rd, 9 Thon participants came to Washington Township to help raise money for the kids. This activity is known as canning. They stood at various locations like Wawa, collecting donations to help find a cure for pediatric cancer. Washington Township alone raised over $1,400 for the kids. These kids are battling an illness at such a young age that most people couldn't even imagine. Their stories are inspirational, the smiles on their faces are priceless, and the fight to find a cure gives for Penn State students and other supporters to help raise money and participate in Thon.
And like being so young, they're so brave. Stories are so inspirational, and they make it through treatment, and they're doing better, and it's just great to see their smiling faces.
Probably my favorite moment with Thon is the last 4 hours whenever everyone's just dancing, everyone's so tired, but it's just so worth it in the end whenever you see how much money you raised.
When I was younger, I was about 5. I had a best friend, and he passed away from cancer. I feel like maybe I can help someone like him in a way, somebody who is losing their best friend.
After all the canning and fundraising, and as February approaches, Thon is a great opportunity for the families and children to have a fun-filled 48 hours. The look on the kids' faces makes all the preparation and energy worthwhile. These kids need all our help and effort to fight against pediatric cancer. To learn more about Thon or find out how you can help or make a donation, you can visit the website www.thon.org, because together we'll prevail. And this has been Allie Kenny reporting for Monthly Rewind.
Amanda Dorenzo reports on holiday shopping here in Washington Township.
I don't know about you, but my favorite time of the year is the holiday season. For me and my family, the holiday season means more than just decorating the tree and opening up our presents on Christmas morning. It means snow, sugar cookies, holiday cheer, Christmas lights, and my personal favorite, holiday shopping. The official start of the holiday shopping season begins the day after Thanksgiving, on a Friday popularly known as Black Friday, when retailers move from being unprofitable, or in the red, to being profitable, or in the black, hence giving it the name Black Friday. Contrary to popular belief, Black Friday is not the busiest shopping day of the year in terms of money spent. That title is usually awarded to the days leading up to Christmas. Generally exhausted from Thanksgiving entertaining, many shoppers are more apt to go to the mall to plan their holiday shopping strategy rather than to actually make the purchases.
I did a little online shopping. I went on and shopped for some of my friends, some of my buddies. That's really it. And then I sat around with my mother and baked some Christmas cookies and stuff.
Well, I was working, but then I kind of went shopping in between, so.
On Black Friday, I woke up early and I went to the malls to go shopping for presents.
This year, 130 million Americans participated in the madness of Black Friday at malls across the country. However, only 31% of these shoppers actually purchased something on this day, adding up to the $8 billion spent nationally, according to an article in the New York Times. This December, the malls are packed as the number of days until Christmas continues to decrease, and it looks as though being single has its perks. The average American will spend $738 on holiday gifts, whereas couples will spend up to $1,500.
I spent a few $100s on shopping this year.
I haven't really gone shopping yet so far, but like $70 so far.
So far I spent $60.
I don't have an exact number. Roughly, I'd have to go with around half a G, just on friends, relatives, and my close, my family members, like my brother, my father, my mother, and my pet dog, Spence.
I hope you survived the chaos of the 2005 holiday shopping season and were able to relax on your holiday break. This has been Amanda Dorenzo reporting for Monthly Rewind, Season 10. And remember, guys, you better start shopping again because Valentine's Day is right around the corner.
They thought they knew, but they had no idea. Ali Mucci finds out how much the faculty in class of '06 really know about their Christmas carols.
Christmas is a holiday that has been celebrated all around the world for hundreds of years. Christmas music has also become a major part of this holiday tradition. Who better to ask questions about Christmas carols than to those students and faculty who have been celebrating this great holiday in the halls of WTHS for the past 4 years. Washington Township prides itself in an excellent education. Now let's see if these students and faculty can name Santa's 9 reindeer.
I thought there was 12.
9 reindeer, that would be Rudolph, he's the head one, and then you got Sam, Garfunkel, Frank, Tim, Clarence, Mark's in the back, and Tom and Nick. They took up right in the middle.
Sleepy? No. No, I don't know. I can't even think of one.
You gotta be kidding. I can't name the 9 reindeer.
Dasher.
Dancer.
Prancer.
Vixen.
Comet.
Cupid. Donner. Blitzen.
Rudolph.
One popular holiday song is the 12 Days of Christmas. Let's see if my peers know what my true love brought to me on the 11th day.
Uh,
11 swans a swimming. 11 shiny earrings.
11 turtle doves.
Just for the record, my true love brought me 11 pipers piping. You know what other song I love? How does that go? 'Tis a season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. I wonder how many la's are in that song. Let's find out. Fa la 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 la.
Eight.
Frosty the Snowman is a major character that is associated with Christmas. Now let's see how much high school students remember about Frosty, such as what his nose is made out of.
Carrot. Carrot coal.
Corn.
Carrot.
Coal. What's that button?
Good tidings to you and all of your... What's that next word?
Friends.
Peers.
Kids.
Friends.
Kin. Like family.
Some of the members of the faculty in class 2006 didn't know as much about the popular holiday as expected. Don't give up just yet. There is still hope for the future classes at WTHS. There may become a time when a graduating class is able to rattle off the names of all of Santa's 9 reindeer. But until then, this has been Ali Mucci reporting for Monthly Rewind, Season 10.
Nothing is better than waking up early in the morning and finding tons of presents under the Christmas tree. Nicole Morocco reports on the elementary students' past Christmases.
He's making a list, checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa's coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good.
So be good for goodness sake.
25th, Santa made a stop at all the children's houses here in Washington Township. Before the winter break, the elementary school students were highly anticipating Santa's arrival, with hopes of receiving all the special gifts they put on their Christmas list. Everyone loves Christmas for a different reason. Whether it's spending time with family or seeing Santa on his truck, each experience makes Christmas special.
My favorite part of Christmas is when I come down on Christmas morning and I open my presents. Seeing Santa on his truck. Okay. Being with family and friends and getting presents.
Although everyone has a different part of Christmas they like the best, the elementary school students all have one thing in common, and that is they all know exactly what they want for Christmas.
Most of all, I'm on all 2006 PS2 games and all Star Wars movies. A TV for my room, clothes, DVDs, CDs, an iPod, motorcycle. A Pixel Chicks, a Dream Life, limited to clothes, and slippers. Sidekick. There's a Dream Life game and an iPod. These are my top favorites. Oh, and a cell phone.
Whether it's opening presents or spending time with family, everyone has their own favorite Christmas tradition.
Christmas Eve, we go to my mom's house and we all sing songs. We go downstairs and see if there's any crumb left on the dish from Santa. I go to my mom's and then I open the presents there. When we get up, we wake everyone up, and then we wait at the top of our stairs, and then we all come down.
The younger students here at Washington Township were very excited for this Christmas holiday. They all have many different traditions that are carried on year to year. With the 2005 holiday season already behind us, we all look forward to the 2006 holiday season. I hope everyone had a safe and happy holiday. This has been Nicole Morocco reporting from Monthly Rewind, Season 10.
And wrapping up with this holiday season is Jackie Morales with Three Kings Day.
Christmas is originally celebrated because of the birth of Christ. And after his birth, the three kings visited the newly born child in Bethlehem, bearing him gifts. This tradition is repeated and reflected in the present day, with the belief that on this night the three kings will visit every good child to deliver them gifts. Three Kings Day is celebrated every year on January 6th. This day is very important in Puerto Rican tradition because it is when children receive presents for the holidays. To celebrate Three Kings Day, children collect hay, straw, or grass and place it in boxes or in containers under their beds. This gesture is a gift of food for the king's horses while they rest in between deliveries. The kings traveled on camels in Jerusalem, but in Puerto Rico, they travel on horses since there are no camels on the island. If a child is good for the past year, he will receive candy, sweets, or toys. But if the child was misbehaved,
I heard that if you're bad, you get dirt under your bed.
This tradition is much older than that of Santa's visit on Christmas Eve. Much like caroling for Christmas, Puerto Ricans do something called parranda, where people get together to sing for their neighbors. They bring instruments like the tambourine, maracas, guitar, trumpet, drums, and güiro. Typical types of songs are called aguinaldo and plenas and are very festive. Going door to door singing songs is usually done at night, and once the neighbors open the door, everyone comes in to sing, dance, and feast. People don't always know when their neighbors will be visiting, so that's why they're always prepared with food and drinks the whole holiday season. A typical dessert for the holiday is arroz con dulce. Though similar to rice pudding, it contains rice, milk, vanilla extract, cinnamon, raisins, cloves, evaporated milk, and coconut cream. After being cooked and separated, it is then chilled for a few hours and served in slices. Three Kings Day is celebrated by many Hispanics, but Puerto Ricans take it to a different level.
All Puerto Ricans get to celebrate Christmas and Three Kings Day. That's why we're lucky, because we get double the presents.
After all, El Día de los Reyes is far more than just one day. It's a whole season of holiday celebration. This has been Jacqueline Morales reporting for Monthly Rewind, Season 10.
Well, that's all we have for this month's edition of Monthly Rewind.
Tune in next month to see the results of the mistletoe kissing contest and to see how the bowling team did.
And much more.
I'm Bill Mathias.
I'm Mark Bono.
Good night, Township.
I'll see you next month. Amanda Dorenzo reports on holiday shopping here in Washington Township. Yep. Question mark? Does she? All right.
And we weren't really sure what we were into, so a lot of people couldn't make it to the practices, and that, yeah, what he said.
Well, I come to stat that because it's a lot of fun.
That wasn't even in my script, but I said it anyway. And now I'm stuck. Senior year is very stressful for a number of reasons. I just don't know them. Fill out countless
about senior year.
Woo!
Oh, hit the camera.
It's been James Lipton reporting for Inside the Rewind Studio. Thank you. I'm not James Lipton, I'm Dan Rasmus.
Don't you know?
With a community, ew, wrong. Anyway, we ready? With a high school community that is full of busy individuals, the concepts of giving and charity may be...
Richie Davis, please call 7151. Thank you.
WTHS Monthly Rewind. That's a wrap, baby.